Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing navy blue, official weight, 175 pounds, professional record, 49 victories, including 38 knockouts with only 2 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, the challenger from Pensacola, Florida, the former middleweight, former super middleweight, former 3-time light heavyweight, and former heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr. Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white, official weight, 174 pounds. Professional record, 40 victories, including 27 knockouts, with 9 defeats and 2 bouts even. From Miami, Florida, presenting the reigning, defending IBF light heavyweight champion of the world, Glen, the Road Warrior Johnson.
We're told that more than 14,000 tickets were sold. The place looks close to full as Glen Johnson attacks Roy Jones and tries to get him to remember what it was like to be rocked and knocked out by Antonio Tarver. And Jones smiling, but basically just trying to roll away from the punishment as Johnson attacks.
Amateur and immature for Johnson to fight like this in the beginning with all the experience he's had. He's not landing anything effectively. Even the punches that looks like he's landing, Roy's leaning and using the ropes to take the strength out of the punches.
And it's clear that Jones expected it. But on the other hand, Jones is not responding yet by picking Johnson off with counter strokes with lefts and rights.
Yeah, and Johnson is not a big devastating punch anyway.
But he did land a right hand flush on Jones's chin, and now he lands another right hand on the top of the head.
And burning up a lot of energy ineffectively.
And landing a left hook and demonstrating that he's not a devastating puncher, as Jones so far hasn't responded as if to show damage.
Is effective so far. Remember that in their first fight, Tarver had Jones on the ropes most of the night.
Yeah, but the way that Johnson is going, he's going at an unbelievable pace.
Right. But he's also...
When a guy's pulling his body back in the upright position, you don't really hurt him that much when he's leaning back.
Jones has landed some carefully selected counter shots, and now he backhammered Jones with another right hand over the top. Roy rolling follows, arcing overhand punches, and now...
Not overextending his punches too much. And if he can continue to...
He's trying to allowing Jones to use his hand speed to advance.
With all the activity, and Jones is against Johnson's early assault. And now Jones...
More aggressive to try to take the fights and not hope to get them.
So Glen Johnson runs out of gas. This is the fight we're going to see.
Yes, and it's not really a comfortable fight for Roy, even though it looks good for Roy, maybe going down the stretch. But
significant damage with counter shots, particularly to the body. And now the crowd begins to warm to the task as Roy Jones puts together.
On the fight, and he's been able to take the punches that Roy...
Jones might want to come in here and do something spectacular.
Well, if that's what...
Quick left hook for Jones, landed as he backed up. Johnson shows no effects, and it would be nice to be able to go in and try to out-energy Jones, but
his pace up. I agree. If he can keep his pace up,
you might find it impossible to believe that, for instance, he lost 4 fights in a row.
Jones may be hurt
in
with his right hand.
He was hurt by the right hand.
And a left hook, and Jones shakes his head, is trying to shake it off. Good double left hook by Jones. Good right hand body shot by Johnson. Misses a big right hand up there. Now Jones comes back with a right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. Right hand lands for Jones. Johnson goes to the body.
Roy Jones has never been in a firefight like this.
No, he's a better puncher than Johnson, but, you know.
Roy. And he's coming back at Glen Johnson with serious firepower now. Johnson may be hurt.
Nope, Johnson is not hurt.
Well, it's already 5. Now that Johnson's beginning
for the entire fight.
Power, the kind of concentration, the kind of devotion that it's going to take for Jones to beat a hungry opponent like Glen Johnson.
Crowd, because they were looking for Roy.
Well, maybe Memphis is going to become a sort of boxing graveyard of legends. There was a fellow named Tyson who got buried by Lennox Lewis here, June 8, 2002. He had a big rep. Crowd won 59-50 in the lead, at least off what we've seen so far.
But he really can't put 3, 4, or 5 shots. The distance that he shoots his jab, and Roy don't have time to time it.
And you wonder.
He's not used to guys fighting this close.
How does Roy Jones expect to win the fight, fighting at a pace which seems to tell us that he's more interested?
See, those punches are so
Jones
short.
hasn't had a knockout since February 24.
Close quarters. Something we've never seen him in this kind of fight, and we have to simply...
So the fights with Tarver has given all of his opponents much more confidence now.
36-12. Jones in rounds 7 and 8 combined threw a total of 40 punches. This is no way to win a decision.
I think you're going to see Roy at this round. I think panic is setting in. Now you're going to see him do whatever he wants to do or has to do. He's going to start doing it this round right now. I think he really realizes that he's getting in jeopardy of losing the fight. Before he felt it was okay.
Well, he turned it up against
He takes a right hand and a left hand, and he's on the canvas again for the second time in 2 fights. And for the second time in 2 fights, he's not going to get up, and he's been knocked out again.
Will we ever see Roy Jones in the ring again?
Not the one you're used to seeing, because we didn't see him tonight. We saw the guy who got knocked out by Tarver getting knocked out by Glen Johnson.
And he is still out on the canvas and hurt badly.
In our meeting yesterday, Roy Jones made it clear that he didn't think Tarver's knockout of him suggested he had deteriorated as a fighter. Quote, "It could happen to anybody. It could have happened earlier in my career." Fact is, he's not the same fighter.
He has not moved. He's still laying in the same position he had before.
And that could be the product of his having hit his head on the canvas when he went down unconscious from the second of the 2 punches that Johnson landed. Frankly, it was a one-sided fight, which ended in a knockout victory for the guy who had dominated it from the opening bell.